Hello and welcome to the podcast.
I hope you're well.
I am well.
I was talking to the listener, but I hope you're well. I know how you are.
Guys, I really have got anxiety already at the beginning of this podcast because Alfie and me have just already been saying outrageous things at the beginning. And I'm like, if he forgets to cut that out.
Oh, yeah.
I'm going to prison.
No. We'll cut a lot of our criminality out of the first couple of seconds. We're talking a lot about things we're not allowed to talk about.
Yeah.
And now we've had to press record to talk about things we are allowed to talk about.
Alfie turned up. Oh, first of all, guys, he was an hour late. Actually, probably more than an hour late, an hour and a half late. And he turned up and you're like, sorry, I've been so busy. Just so many amazing things have happened to me in the last 24 hours. And then you're like, oh, do you know what, Alfie? Go fuck yourself.
Look, this is the second time I've turned up to the pod looking hungover, not hungover, just been working so hard.
Oh my God, he's not even worked that hard, guys.
We planned to record at 10 a.m. At 9 a.m. I realised that's not going to happen. At 7 a.m. I realised that's not going to happen. I tried to push it to 10:30. I woke up at 11. I got here about 11:45.
Yeah, well, so quite late.
So we're an hour and 45 late. But that's because things are just going really well for me.
Because I made 10 calls in the Uber and I was like, okay,
I was in it
too?
because the buses are not running around your streets.
Yeah.
So I've had to get an Uber. And when I'm in the back of an Uber, I feel like an exec.
Yeah.
And I got in
TikToks.
and I said to the boss man, I said, do you mind if I make some calls? And he turned the music down.
Did you actually say that to him?
As if to go, I understand what's going on here.
Yeah, I get business.
As of this morning, I had to make a bunch of calls, got a flat offer accepted.
That's exciting. Yeah, we haven't actually gone into that.
Got to send a deposit down for that. Will it be the end of the pod? No. We'll make it work. I'm actually moving closer.
I didn't think that wasn't really that. Yeah.
I'm just looking for any excuse to end the pod.
Okay.
I'm moving about 2 miles away, so I'm looking to be in about Hoxton, Shoreditch area.
I used to live in Hoxton.
Did you?
Yeah, my first moved to London.
Near the station, Hoxton Overground.
Near, do you know the Howl at the Moon pub? Near the...
I do not know the Howl at the Moon pub.
Do you know what?
What?
Alfie, when I was there in Hoxton, it was before anyone really lived there.
Yeah, I'm sure it was.
I was an early adopter.
No, I'm sure it wasn't.
No one went to the pub. No one went to the pub. I would walk past there on Saturday night for my friend's birthday. People were on the tables. People were like spilling out of the pub. I've never seen anything like it. You're going to have a great time.
I'm going to be absolutely thriving.
I mean, you don't go to the pub, but you're going to have a great time.
I go for a lime soda. I actually went last week to Big Red, the dive bar on Holloway Road on Friday night. And I've not got that drunk in a very, very long time.
You have to be drunk to go there.
Oh,
yeah.
My God, I got hammered. And look, if you think I'm a nightmare, personally or professionally, and I'm talking to everyone here already, just you wait until I've got my own flat in Hoxton.
No one's describing you as a nightmare.
If you think that I'm belligerent or arrogant or like... if you're an iced latte in Hoxton, you hate to see me coming.
Yeah, you're not gonna fit in Hoxton.
I'm gonna put my glasses on. I'm gonna get my Pradas on. Glasses. I'm gonna walk
Pradas,
out.
By the way,
They're not fake Pradas. They're not fake Pradas. They're not fake Pradas.
I was with you when you got them. They're fake.
They're not. They're not fake. When I got them at the airport, they're not fake. They're not fake. There was a really charming man on the beach. He sold them to me, and they were £100. They're real, and I am. Because I already do this around North London. I mean, I do this around... I was in Battersea over the weekend and I'm walking around Battersea Park, glasses on.
Everywhere, haven't you? North, East...
Iced oat latte.
West. Yeah,
in
I can
hand.
see that for you. But yeah, when I asked you to get me an iced oat latte, you throw a fit. You're like, I'm not ordering that.
No, because you don't ask me to get an iced oat latte. I say to Sophie, hey, I'm just 5 minutes away. What do you want to drink? And then she starts recording a voice note. And that's how I know the coffee order's too long, because you can't be bothered to type it out.
Yeah,
if you have to get podcast equipment out to tell me what your coffee order is, then you're the problem.
My order as well is like, when I say to Alfie, I say it's an iced decaf coconut latte, stress the decaf, then ask for some honey, and then make sure they mix the honey with the hot coffee before and then mix it.
Yeah. And I go up to the barista and I go, hey mate, can I just get one iced oat latte for me? And then I look down on my phone and I go, have you heard of endometriosis? Because basically I'm going to need a decaf, stressed on the decaf. It's decaf coconut.
Yeah.
Iced.
Yeah.
With honey.
Yeah.
I don't understand how you get honey in an iced coffee.
Because you have to mix that honey with the coffee while it's hot.
I was going to say, because it won't melt in the ice.
And
That's what I've been doing.
Nothing makes me angrier when I get a coffee and the honey's just all sat at the bottom and I think, what am I going to do with that?
Nothing makes you angry. Should I tell you what makes me angrier? That we still don't treat women's health properly.
Alfie, you love that.
Overheard in North London. Nothing makes me angrier than when they don't melt down the honey. You know, honey's the only food that can't go off.
Someone told me that the other day as well.
I think it was me. I think it was on this podcast.
I was like, I feel like I heard that on a podcast.
I'm also not 100% sure it's true.
I don't know if that was you, because then I heard someone say, well, I've got it. I don't actually know, but you can melt it down.
You can melt it down, but
maybe it was you that said that.
It'll still be honey. It'll just be sort of melted honey. And then, obviously, if you cook it, it will become sugar.
Honestly, when I'm on this podcast, I think I just black out because I have no memory of what we actually talk about. And I think what we've done this episode is we've just been so boring already at the beginning.
You say this every episode. We're 5 minutes in. People listening to this, they've had to pause it 2 or 3 times to compose
because Alfie, it's the second week in a row you've told people that honey doesn't go off. No one cares. No one cares.
You need to understand that the media landscape that we're in now, it's 2-screen movies. It's like we have to remind people what the podcast is about every 15 minutes.
And the podcast is about honey going off.
Because people are listening to this whilst watching reels.
Do you think?
Well,
I can't do that.
Call in and say.
Call in.
Oh, I'd love it if we had a
that
live.
Would be so people have that, like a live WhatsApp. People can voice
on
note.
radio and stuff. Oh, I can add
we should start doing that.
I'll add a voice note functionality.
How can you do that without giving your number away?
On DM, maybe.
Oh yeah.
You can DM us a voice note, but also I'll just put my phone number in there.
Alfie, you're just like asking to be stalked. You've given away where you're now moving to. Now your phone number.
Look, if I sign on this new flat next week, I'll tell you what the address is.
When are you moving in?
1st of September.
Okay,
subject to approval and paperwork. Approval on both sides, by the way. I want to make sure I know who I'm dealing with.
Yeah, that's so true.
But also, if the landlord or prospective landlord is listening to this, I'm very sensible.
Do they know who you are, do you think? Do you think they're a fan?
I put it in writing.
No, you didn't.
I did. I put it in my bio. I said, I am a Curtis Brown represented actor, comedian and writer with 100 million views online.
Tell me you dropped the agent name.
No, I did drop the agent name. But I'll tell you what.
With 100 million views online, you put that in your application to getting a flat?
No, hold on now.
You are...
Hold on now.
You're shameless.
I didn't put the views in. I
bet you did. Get it up. I want you to read it to everyone on this pod of why you deserve to live in that person's flat.
No, I'm going to tell you why.
Hello, my name's Alfie.
Hear me out. They said, because basically, I don't have a normal income.
We know. You haven't got an income.
It's abnormal. It's huge. It's extraordinary,
no
my
one's
income.
saying that.
My income is not normal.
Hello, I don't have any money, but I would love to live in your flat and I have 100 million views.
You done?
And my parents actually bought Top Secret
No,
Comedy
they
Club.
didn't buy Top
So
Secret
if you
Comedy
need them
Club.
to be a guarantor...
Look, let me put my glasses on.
Read it.
I'm moving in with, and my friend that I'm moving in with is like a law, you know, when they're on trainee contracts. So they're employed by the law firm, but they're technically a student.
Yes.
And then I am a very promising stand-up comedian, actor and writer. So it's hard because I don't have PAYE pay slips.
Yes.
And I've not been paying tax.
You've never had one.
For the last 2 years. So I've had to explain my income.
You've not been paying tax?
Well, I haven't actually filled in my tax return for last year.
That's not true. Alfie has been paying tax.
If anything, too much. So I had to basically prove to the landlord that I'm a safe bet. And I was like, how can I do that? Because Instagram comedian doesn't really work.
Yeah.
So I said, hi, my name's Alfie. I'm a stand-up comedian and writer represented by Curtis Brown. Curtis Brown hyperlinked to my profile.
I know you were going to do that.
I regularly perform at top comedy clubs across the UK and the US, as well as selling out runs at the Edinburgh Fringe Festival, which I will be at this August before hoping to move in early September. I haven't quite sold out the Edinburgh Fringe just yet, but tickets are flying.
Did you say you sold out the Edinburgh Fringe?
I said I regularly sell out the Edinburgh Fringe. I said I've performed on BBC One and opened for famous comedians, and I've name dropped some of them. And I'm currently...
No, you did not.
Well, I just put a couple of names.
No, you did not.
My income comes from live shows, writing work, brand sponsorships, and social media development. I also do the occasional consultancy for startups, which is true. Until I went full-time with comedy 2 years ago. I ran early-stage startups in the UK and US, one of which exited in 2022. You don't need to know that.
You using the term exited as well, when you were probably an intern, and then I
I
exited.
was not an intern, I was chief of staff, so... what else have I put in here? I spend all my time rushing around London performing.
That's true.
I'm a massive fan of this flat's location next to the station. My work is chaotic and I'm looking for a quiet sanctuary to come home to.
I'm looking for a podcast studio, actually.
And I'm looking for somewhere with noise-proof walls for me and my pod. Yeah, that's what I sent in.
Sorry, that is tragic.
It's not tragic, Sophie. They
That is
accepted the offer.
tragic.
They accepted the offer.
He was probably like, yeah, because he would have felt so sorry for you. He thought, oh my God, this poor boy. I exited. I actually
exited
can't
a
go over
startup.
you saying in a serious way that you exited.
You've never exited a startup. Not in a million years.
Alfie, that's amazing that you did that. I think that's honestly outrageous. The fact that you've name dropped celebrities as well. I once did a gig with this person.
You're in there, so what's
Am
open
I?
for... No. I went for the big names.
Also,
people that I haven't really necessarily opened for.
we know.
Not on tour, but just sort of...
You've just seen them walk past before.
I've seen them all pass.
Yeah.
No, everything I said in that email is true, but you have to jazz it up a little bit.
When were you on BBC One?
BBC New Comedian of the Year.
Yeah,
Is
it was
that
on
on
BBC Three.
Was it?
I think so.
Fuck. Well, I've lost the flat. Well,
Listen, it's fine. Maybe he's okay with you being a compulsive liar. Also, dream big.
not a compulsive liar. I'm pretty sure they reran our BBC New Comedian of the Year
Yeah.
on BBC One.
Yeah. Do you think?
I'm not saying it was a prime slot.
But you think it's been on BBC One?
I'm saying it's sort of 3 a.m. when they're filling the gaps.
Yeah, maybe.
I also have been on BBC One. What have I done on BBC One?
Songs of Praise or something.
Maybe. I was in the background of a cooking show once, but I can't remember what that was on.
Also star of a BBC One cooking show.
I did not, I did say starred on BBC One. I performed comedy on the BBC. Does that make you happier? I'll rewrite that.
No, you sent it now.
Yeah, but it's a Google Doc. It's a live document.
Is it?
Yeah, I can just add... should I tell you what I didn't mention? My hit cult podcast, The Alf and Social.
Yeah, as if you didn't mention that. Probably because it'd have been like, you can't film a podcast here. Do you know what's nice though? Is that landlord would be sat around his dinner table and be like, guys, get a load of this. Get a load of this.
Look who I've got in. You know what? Considering I've got 250,000 Instagram followers, he's probably a fan.
He will be now. I wonder if he follows you now.
Off the back of it. I didn't link my Instagram. I thought that would be showing off.
I think he could find you.
No, I know, but I was tempted to be like, here's Instagram, here's YouTube, here's TikTok. Here's my
give us
my most recent special. Here are tickets for Edinburgh. Here are whip tickets.
Whatever you, it is crazy when you're going to rent a flat. My little brother did it like half a year ago. Me and John were going to look at so many flats for him because it was like, comes up immediately, you have to look.
Yeah.
And the way you have to like humiliate yourself by begging for this flat from a landlord and be like,
Yeah.
It's mental.
It's mental, and then as soon as your offer is accepted, everyone's happy.
Yeah.
And they're like, we just can't wait. Can you just send that money now?
Right this second.
And you're like, oh, sorry, I didn't realise.
Yeah. It's insane. And like the way you have to like almost like interview and it's just, yeah.
I went round, the landlord that, the real estate agent that showed me around the flat that I'm taking was lovely. And that estate agents were great. And this landlord seems genuinely lovely. Some of the flats I went round, some of the real estate agents I met, I probably went around 5 flats.
Foxtons.
Weirdly, not any of the big ones.
Really?
I went with like Sterling Ackroyd or whatever they're called.
Yes, I've been with them
Chessingtons.
I haven't been with them.
Like,
Sterling Ackroyd, nightmare.
Just men in a van just showing you round. I went round somewhere like they were showing like 6 other people at the same time.
I do it on purpose.
And I was like, I don't feel special.
Yeah. Well, but also you can't bid over now, can you?
I don't feel loved and cherished here.
That's the same when you're buying a place, by the way. There'll be a queue out the door and you get like 5 minutes to look around in London. New
flex that Sophie owns her flat, but no, don't worry about that. Drop that in. Well, when you're renting, they show you around, and then you're also not allowed to pay anything up front anymore.
You can't be like, I'll pay 6 months up
No,
front.
because that used to be the last time I was looking at a flat a couple of years ago with some friends, and like everywhere we looked, we were like, yeah, this is great, we'll take it. And they were like, well, someone's just offered 10% above the rent.
And then 6 months up front.
And 6 months up front.
Insane.
And we just go, well.
But also, what I don't get about that is if you have that amount of cash, why are you not just buying a place?
Yeah, I see what you mean.
I don't get that. Like, if you've just got like, because some of the flats, like my little brother's looking at with him and his friend, they were like $3,000, and then they were paying like 6 or 12 months, not them, but the other people they were losing against up front. I'm like, if you've got that much money,
is that enough to put down a deposit?
well, it was like, what's say it's what's 3 times 12? No,
36.
36 grand.
Yeah.
It's close to a deposit.
What are the rules for deposit? It needs to be 10%
It's 10%.
of the.
I think so. Yeah.
So you can get a 300. You get a
360 grand flat,
360 grand flat.
which is obviously not a lot in London because everything's so expensive. But
No.
if you just like, if you've got 36 grand just ready to go,
Yeah, be ready to just send to one person and be like, "Hey, here's my."
you'd be like, that
annual
feels
rent."
like such a waste of money.
Well,
At least if you do it monthly, you don't feel it as
If
much.
you're willing to pay 36 grand up front, you must have more than 36 grand.
Exactly.
I would be petrified to be like, "Here's all of my money up front."
For a year renting.
For a year of renting. Well, the new rules are now you can move out. You just give 2 months notice.
Yeah.
There's no 6-month, 12-month contract. So what's weird is you're going around these flats and you're dealing with all these rules, and you have to meet an affordability criteria and you need guarantors, all to then be able to move out in 2 months.
Yeah.
When you had a 1-year lease, or if people had like 18 months, that was the other thing. When I used to look at flats a couple of years ago, they were like, well, the other person is willing to do a 3-year lease, and I'm just like,
it's
well,
crazy.
I'm not,
Yeah.
I'll be a billionaire in 3 years. I can't still be here.
Hopefully.
I'll have exited a company in 3 years.
I make so little money that I actually don't pay tax, but I would love to live in this flat in Shoreditch.
And now it's like the absolute max that you're ever going to owe them is 2 months rent.
Which is great.
Which is great.
Yeah.
So that's exciting. And come and move in 1st of September.
Perfect.
So
straight
post
after Fringe.
The day after.
I wish I wouldn't be exhausted.
I'm just coming back with just awards up to my neck, just huge. I don't know if they actually have physical.
Might, Alfie, I've got a really good feeling about
huge,
you.
Like those big trophies, like football, like the World Cup trophy, like huge ones. I don't know if you've heard of it, but it's a big trophy. Those 6 of them just round my neck.
I've got a really good feeling for you this Fringe.
Medals.
Yeah, big things are going to come.
I just tickets are doing quite well. And,
are they?
Fringe starts next week, so we're going to talk about that next week.
I bought a ticket for your first show Wednesday.
Have you?
Yeah,
that's selling well.
Is it?
Yeah,
that's good because that's always the hardest one to sell.
Someone bought 24 tickets for a random Wednesday halfway through the run.
I hope that's like an ex-girlfriend that's trying to fuck you up.
No, well, it just doesn't come to any of them.
Yeah,
it's an expensive ploy that. It's a £250. If someone's done that to try and fuck with me, it's a £250 ploy.
So worth it.
So worth it.
Yeah, so worth it. If I had £250 to waste,
if you've done it, it's not that funny actually. If you've done it just to take the piss out of me on the podcast the next day, it's not that funny. If I get there and it's like Sophie Garrad bought 24 tickets,
just me in the front.
Why do I feel like this isn't supportive?
And I'd also, if I bought all the tickets to your show, just me sat in the front and you come out and you're like, well, I'm not doing it, but like you are. I've paid for this.
You are.
You
well, no,
are.
because it'll be you and then like 3 other people. So I'll owe them a show.
The tech.
No,
I'm going to buy every single ticket.
You're going to buy all 50 seats. Fine.
I'm going to buy every single ticket and I'm going to make you like a humiliation ritual.
Great. Well, I'm very excited for that.
I might actually start a GoFundMe if people want to chip in for that, and then I'm happy to do it.
It's crazy how quickly it's come around. We got this and next week.
It's mental. Have you had your last whip?
Going to Manchester on Thursday.
Well, I'll never go there again.
But it feels like I'm getting excited for it. Packing. Got a haircut tomorrow.
Thank God. Everyone's been wondering.
You've had a haircut. You've got a bob.
I've got a bob, guys.
Sophie's got a bob.
Do you know what?
Shut
Not
down
many
the
people have
podcast.
noticed.
I noticed. First thing I noticed when I walked in.
It wasn't the first thing you noticed. You took like 5 minutes to say.
I talked about my stuff.
Said, is that a bob? And I was like, what?
I think I deserve some credit to be a 26-year-old boy to even notice that you cut your hair.
I think when someone cuts off all their hair, the amount of men that have not said a word to me.
Exactly.
I think it's because men hate bobs.
Not all men. Not all men.
You had to say it.
I have mentioned it. Alfie has. Ally.
I think it's amazing. I think it's changed everything. I love it.
I said, Sophie, is that a bob? And then I took a knee. Because I'm brave. But have you done it because of the viral TikTok?
No, is that when it's like, I got a bob for what reason? Why reasons to get
She's
a bob?
called Miss Bob. No, that can't be right. Miss Bob Diva?
And it's like...
Miss Diva Bob.
Miss Diva Bob.
Miss Diva Bob is a viral sensation on TikTok where she's just a woman. She looks a bit like you. Just a woman. Well, maybe a mother as well. I don't know. But I don't know what her personal life is. But she got a bob. And then there's this song that goes, ba da 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 da, but I don't really know what he's saying.
And she says reasons why she got a bob.
And she goes, reasons why I got a bob. And then she jiggles her bob in line with the beat.
Yeah.
And her reasons for get a bob are just 1, bob.
Yeah.
2, bob.
Yeah.
3, bob. And she just shows it from different angles.
I don't get why that went viral, but I just did that before you got here. But I didn't know what, I didn't jiggle it in time. But I literally did.
Sorry, you've recorded to that audio.
Yeah, but I just did 1. Men hate
She
it.
does it 4 times a day, and every single one gets like 20 million views.
Really?
It's taken that song like number 1, and that song is just this rapper in like the US. Like they've never met.
That's crazy. TikTok is mad. Anyway, that's what.
But why did you get the bob to try and sell more tickets?
I actually did think new show rebrand. But I had my hair long for the wedding, and as soon as the wedding was over, I was like, I planned to get a bob for ages.
Fine.
I just wanted a change of plan. I hate my hair down, but like with a bob, it's fine. Like I just don't know. I think this has really changed something about me.
I just think you look the same. I have this argument all the time with my girlfriend. Like I can't tell.
How can you not? I can tell that yours hair's too long.
Yeah. Well, okay. Well, that's not the same thing, is it? That's not the same thing. Come back tomorrow and be like, oh, you've had a haircut.
Yeah, and I'd be like,
when I get a haircut, no one notices.
I notice.
Okay.
I've noticed that it's been too long for a while now.
It is getting too long and it's getting crazy at the sides.
It's like when you first started comedy, you had really long hair.
I did.
And I think...
It's pretty horrible.
Yeah. And I think you started doing better when you had less hair.
Yes. I'm like the opposite of Samson or whatever he's called in the Bible.
I haven't read it.
Skimmed it.
And I tried the audio book.
No, you must have seen the show. You must have seen the
Samson,
TV adaptation. Samson is it Samson I'm thinking of? And he's got long hair.
Jesus.
And he lives in a temple, kind of like Jesus, but then they cut, all of his strength comes from his hair. They cut his hair and then he can't escape. Then they chuck him in prison and then his hair grows out and he gets stronger and he breaks free.
That's in the Bible?
Yeah, the Bible's mad. The Bible's mental.
I did it first.
You should give it, guys. I'm big on this new book that's
You're
just
going to
come
click
out.
that, and we're going to get so many new listeners. They'll be like, finally, a Christianity podcast in comedy.
This is a Christian podcast.
It is.
I went to your wedding. It was a Christian wedding. I'm a Catholic. We make it work.
Are you? Oh, yeah, I forgot. I've led the joke. No, I think good things have happened to you since you've had this long hair, though, recently.
Yeah, but I'm going to get cut off tomorrow and lose all my powers.
I'm
and be
up for that. I like your hair
again.
shorter.
I've got to just get it ready for a month in Edinburgh where it will grow out.
By the way, I feel like last week we spoke all about the not England final, but the World Cup final.
We did, yeah.
And now I feel like we've had the final for the girlies this week with Love Island.
The World Cup final for girl group chats. The Love Island final.
The Love Island. I watched it last night. I never really watched the final. I find it really boring, the episode. But one thing I have to say, and I feel quite strongly about this with Love Island, and it really annoys me every single year, and I feel like it's the same for a lot of game shows, but especially Love Island, the amount of times amount of times contestants are called like they're game playing or who's the biggest game player and like, oh, she's doing this and this because she wants to stay in longest, and everyone gets so angry about it, the public and people in there, and it's like, you can't believe she's a game player. And I'm like, what part do people not understand that this is literally a game show where you can win £50,000? Of course you want to stay to the end. Of course, like, you care about public perception. Like, I just find it so jarring that every single season we go through the same thing and everyone's like, oh my God, they're a game player. Yes, it's a fucking game.
It's a reality game show.
But you're not, it's the one game show where you're not allowed to say, I'm playing a game. It's like,
well, because I think they blur the lines at the beginning and they try and get everyone to say, I'm genuinely looking for love or something.
Yeah.
I'm looking to meet someone. And you go, well, you're not. Because if you were looking to meet someone, you'd just get on Hinge or something.
Exactly.
You're here for 8 weeks.
You're here for a free holiday and hopefully to get famous.
What I don't buy, and this is the same issue I have with the traitors these days. These days, you can't say anything. But I will say this. The prize money is not enough anymore relative to the fame you get for being in the show.
Yes.
So if someone said to me like, oh, Alfie, you're just like playing a game, you're trying to stay until the end so you win 50 grand. I go, no, I'm trying to stay until the end because every day I'm here, my brand value goes up.
Exactly.
25 grand a day.
Exactly.
I wonder if anyone has plotted the 1 year brand deals of all the players versus how many days they were in the villa. There will be $1 value to each extra day you stay in. That's my weekend sorted.
And that's the kind of thing that you should have done your little...
That's great.
What's that thing you did at university?
Dissertation on.
Yes.
Yeah. Well, yes.
Are you going to do it right now on Google?
No. I'm going to look up Love Island final because I'm trying to... I haven't seen it.
So, do you want me to tell you who won?
But hold on. Spoilers, if you don't want to know, because this is going to come out tomorrow.
Yeah.
And a lot of people get their breaking news from this podcast, which is why they are so deeply uninformed about the
It's
world.
why the stocks of honey have gone up so much on this.
No way they want it.
Yeah.
Okay, if you don't want to hear about Love Island final,
Skip forward.
skip forward. I'll be talking about football near the end.
No, we won't. Okay.
Julia and Lorenzo won.
Julia? Is Julia?
Yeah,
Isn't that crazy?
I haven't seen the last couple episodes, but I saw an episode last week, and they were both being absolutely hated.
Well, do you know what's so
Julia
is
hated.
In the villa, Julia's hated, but outside, Julia's kind of, some people love her, some people hate her, but everyone loves Lorenzo. What is interesting is that Edward Einfeld, is that how you say his name? The editor-in-chief of Vogue. He commented
Edward
on both
Enninful.
of Enninful. He commented on both of their posts, so they're going to be, I reckon they're going to be like Vogue models soon.
You know what? My girlfriend, shout her out, she said Julia's going to get a modelling contract
She's
when she
gorgeous.
comes out. Like, first thing she said, she was like, she's going to get a huge modelling
She's
contract.
stunning. She also just has the model energy. Like,
she just does it. I was watching, like, the episode I watched, she was just like, well, I don't care.
DND.
DND.
And that's very model attitude.
Do not disturb.
What's hard is that I didn't watch for the first time ever. I was like, I'm not watching Love Island this year because it really takes over all my time. It's all I then think about. It's all I go on Twitter for hours afterwards just to try and consume as much information as possible. I was like, I don't have the time to do that this year. As soon as the wedding was over, I was like, I've got a bit more time now. So I started watching for movie night. So it's so interesting watching it and not like, I don't have as much like, I'm not as like attached anywhere near to any of the contestants, and I kind of see it from all of their point of views. Whereas normally when I watch from the beginning, I feel very strongly and protective over one group.
Yeah.
Then, like, you know how Facebook mums, they always love one group and the Twitter people always love another group.
Yeah.
I'm normally on Twitter side, whereas this time I haven't really been on either side. So I'm not as attached.
But do you feel like every year you get older, you get closer to the Facebook mums? Because I love you and I think you're incredibly talented, but I do worry that in 20 years or so I'm going to be getting sent endless sort of Facebook AI slop by you. Borderline sort of getting more and more conservative as well.
Really right wing.
Look at all these people in my shopping town hall. You guys, an AI picture.
Alfie, I already send you that stuff.
Yeah. I'm amazed by the fact that, because when I did the classic thing that dads did, which is like my girlfriend's watching it on the TV and I will stand in the doorway and pretend I sort of disagree with it, but then stand there for about 45 minutes.
Yeah.
And then I find myself leaning in and going, how can she talk to him like that? And then I catch myself and I go, why do I care?
Yeah, it's so interesting. I also watched a documentary yesterday. This is how much I get sucked in and then I want to consume anything about Love Island. There's a new documentary that came out on Amazon Prime about the curse of Love Island. About the people that have killed themselves off. They're not saying because of Love Island, but obviously that what I found was so interesting was about it was that
Caroline Flack
and
that man,
Sophie,
the Greek one,
Mike,
Mikos,
he's so gorgeous as well.
That's not anymore.
Alfie,
sorry,
Alfie, guys, I don't approve of that joke.
Relax. He's not getting offended. Who are you offended on behalf of?
Mike.
Well, his family.
He's so hot. Anyway, go see Alfie's show because, by the way, you'll be doing that the whole show. You'll be like,
Alfie, don't say that.
Please don't say that. Basically, people were saying that.
Sorry, I have to spill water all over myself laughing at my own joke.
That because when you find out you're going on Love Island, the high that you have, and you're like, you'll never feel as excited as that. And then you go online and have the best summer. And then you basically have you had a year to basically capitalize on that fame. And then after that year, when the next one comes out, and now it's obviously twice a year, no one cares about you anymore.
Yeah, but I'm sorry. Are you saying that everyone that goes on Love Island has like gold medal syndrome?
Yes.
What, like how Buzz Aldrin couldn't come back to Earth and have a normal life because you've not touched the stars.
For them, they've touched the stars.
Well, they've touched some of the stars inappropriately, but they've done bits with the stars, but they've not like been to space. And
okay, but I think it's kind of like a bit like what we're doing. Like there is like, once you do this, like, and then imagine like it's just not working out for you, and then you have to go back to your day job, a job you hated, and then there's also that like added shame of like, well, all the other people I did it with were making it, and they're all doing really well, and now I'm just like,
yeah, but you're like a tradesman or like a property guy, and then because you're kind of hot and a bit of a whore, they take you out and they go, here's an 8-week vacation, you can go to the gym, you can like hook up with people, and you can get a suntan. You're going to come back, you're going to get a year of boohoo man deals, you're going to make 200 grand minimum. Yeah, Molly May went on and became a huge success, and you've not done that, but you still got a way better run of it than all of the...
You have a very positive outlook.
You didn't do anything for it. If you're an astronaut and you train for 8 years and then you go to space and then you come back and you go, this isn't the same.
Yeah.
It's like, fair enough. You earned that.
But that's why I kind of felt sorry for them, because it's like, it's not to sound mean, but like they might have other skills, but it's like you don't really have a skill, but you really want to be famous. You want to be a presenter. You want to do this. And
sure.
It's like, that must be quite like a depressing thing of like, oh, I've had my chance now. I can't now go and do a stand up and start doing a tour, do you know what I mean? Or like that, some of them can.
Yeah, it is depressing to then suddenly
go
back to like a 9 to 5. But I just think that like for the Love Island people, I mean, what I guess is unfair is that they don't necessarily realize how crazy it's going to be. They get picked out. Yeah, it's same as like footballers like get picked out and then they get injured and their career dies, and then it was like, oh, I was going to become.
And that was Mike as well, by the way, before he went to Love Island.
So he failed 2 careers. Wow.
I don't.
No, but wasn't Mike toxic? I'm not.
He was toxic on the show, but they made him out to like.
They made him out to be worse
toxic,
because after what happened with him, they changed how they kind of because they push it with the editing.
Yeah, they really. Push it with
I think with Mike, they were like, I think they felt a bit guilty about that.
Yeah.
Whereas, like with other people, I think they were like, "Well, that's just unfortunate." Whereas I think with Mike, they were like, "We may have."
It was Muggy Mike. That's what they were called him. But do you know what? It's just so annoying though, because when I watch it, I'm like, oh, it is so good. And I like the problem is like, as soon as anyone says something about outrageous, which is great for TV, everyone piles on them and they're like, they should be out. And I'm like, do you either want this to be a good show or not? Like, you either let them be outrageous and we just enjoy it for TV.
And you can get screwed by the edit, which is why I have full editorial control of this pod. But there's a woman in here that recently took the piss out of like the railways, didn't she?
That's exactly what I was just thinking.
But why was someone in Love Island talking about the railways?
Because one of the girls that was on one of the bombshells, who was off by this point, worked for the National Rail. And Priya, who is one of the girlies.
Finally a Love Islander I can get on board with. The first ever autistic Love Islander. That's so good.
Maybe. And
what do you mean she works for the railways?
Well, I don't know what she does for the National Rail, but she works for the National Rail.
Oh, for the National Rail. Oh, I thought she was putting down track.
I don't think so.
Okay. Did you know that the railway business in America, when it started up, made up like 60% of the US economy for a period of time?
Really?
Because we all talk about AI bubbles and all this kind of stuff now. There was a period when they first started putting down rail tracks, they were like, holy shit, this is good stuff. And then everybody got obsessed with it.
Yeah.
And then obviously you kind of run out of space. Anyway,
which is literally what's happening with AI.
It's what's happening with AI. It's what happened with like the gold rush. Everybody buys a pitchfork and then you run out of gold. And then it's like, what am I doing with all these axes?
And then you find another thing. People always find solutions. Anyway, thanks for that.
That's just something to keep the boys interested because they've had a tough run of it this episode. The Bob stuff was difficult for some of my listeners.
Guys, you know what? I think me and Alfie are like really stressed because the last few weeks the episodes have been flying. We have been pretty popular. That now we're like, how do we maintain this?
Yeah.
Because we can't get married every week.
No.
We can't have Rachel Galvo on every week.
No.
We could replace you for Rachel Galvo.
Well, hold on. What, when I moved to Hoxton, you said, well, we're going to have to get someone else in.
Sorry, it's too far.
If someone replaced me, would you keep it as the Alf and Soph show?
100%.
With Soph and Rachel Galvo?
Yeah.
And one thing I want to say about the final.
Please.
So Yasmin Muller.
Yeah, who's stunning, by the way. You know, she went out of an Arsenal player.
I think she went out with Hector Bellerin.
Maybe.
There's pictures of them together.
Me and John had a massive argument about it. I can't remember if it's him. He's got a tattoo of her.
Did you and John have an argument because John went, that's my type, and she couldn't look more different to you?
Can you, like, are you a fucking
What
Dua
did we
Lipa?
have that with? Dua Lipa, yeah. Yeah, see, I
think I look like Dua Lipa, though, and that's like for me to talk about my therapist.
Your husband, when he has a type, he has to say, my type is Cameron Diaz, and it's always been Cameron Diaz.
And that's it.
And to be fair, Cameron Diaz in The Mask, in those kind of films, was a real pin-up.
So she's still a pen. She's gorgeous. Why are you saying that like it's an insult to be look like Cameron Diaz?
I'm not. I'm just
Was
saying.
it, in defense, she wants to look good in one film. What are you talking? She looks good in every film.
If your husband wants to get away with it, what he should be saying is, isn't Yulia interesting looking? Because you could kind of cosplay as Yulia.
Do you think?
You can't. You're not going to get away with being Yasmin Muller.
No.
Because she's sort of... But I can be interested in Yasmin Muller. Because she has more similarities with my partner.
Okay.
Angelista Gunda and Simba...
They came third?
They came third. Wait, Simba's the guy that brought the other girl back from Casa Amor.
Yeah.
He came third.
Mm-hmm.
My God, what a turnaround. If you didn't watch it, basically Simba had a girlfriend in the villa. All was good. He went to Casa Amor. He brought back another girl. Then he dropped that girl for his original girl. His original girl wasn't going to take him back. So then he tried to get back with the second girl. She was like, no, I'm not coming back with you now. And then he was like in no man's land for a couple of weeks.
I missed all that.
And then he managed to win back his original girl.
These men, every year it's the fucking same, and I am sick of it. I am sick of it. For once, I would just like to see a group of girls go on there and terrorize the men. I would love that. I'd love for them to all bring boys back from Casa. I'd love for all the men to be stood there. I'm sick of it.
No, I wouldn't watch that. But I don't think you understand how it works. Many fans have complained on social media about an underwhelming or boring format for the final. I think I agree with you that the final is pointless.
It's so pointless. No one cares.
To win Love Island, you just have to like be interesting in it.
Yeah.
It's a bit like the X Factor curse, which is like whoever wins never does that well.
And whoever goes second, comes second, always apparently does really well.
Yeah.
Because
X Factor runner-ups are often...
Yeah, because I think Molly and Tommy came second.
Are they still together? They just like keep having kids.
Yeah,
and
they're
I
still
can
together.
never really
They're
keep up with what they're doing.
Oh, you should watch their documentary. I absolutely love it.
Did you watch you've watched the Jordan documentary?
Katie Price documentary. I have watched every single episode. Absolutely loved it. Huge fan of Katie Price.
I need to watch that.
I will say, having watched it, I mean, it's just like, it's really interesting. I pretty much knew everything anyway, because I know everything about Katie Price.
Yeah.
I've always kind of been obsessed with her. But I do think it's interesting because she's very open about how much she just like loved the attention and would kind of do anything for attention. That it makes me think a lot of this stuff with Lee Andrews is she knows he's the guy, her new husband, who is basically a con artist. And like everyone's like, Katie, he's done this, this and this. And she's like, well, I love him. He's my husband. He said he hasn't. It's like, but you're just getting so much attention for this that it's like
a
good way to stay in. That I think it's almost like, she just can't help herself.
Yeah.
But it is sad. She had a sad life. Fascinating though.
I was surprised. I've seen parts of it. I haven't watched the whole thing, but she doesn't. Usually when you watch those documentaries, they're quite like mushy and selective in what they say to make the person look good, whereas I thought this one was like quite honest.
It was very honest, and
it didn't make her look great.
It didn't make her look great, but I love that about her. And she was like even her kids, she was like, say whatever you want about me, and even like she was like, ask whoever you want to be in this documentary. Gareth Gates was in it. That was really interesting.
Right.
Quite sad. He's so sweet.
I watched the Pamela Anderson documentary for obvious reasons.
Years ago. There's only one.
Pam? Was it called
Yeah,
Pam? Oh, it
that was really good. Yeah.
Oh, I only just watched it recently, but like I didn't know anything about that era of
Crazy.
FHM and Playboy, and like Page 3 is crazy to me.
Oh yeah, because you're so young.
I'm so young.
So when you were a kid, Page 3 wasn't a thing, was it?
Well, Page 3 was like in like, what was it, like in the Sun?
Yeah.
The third page would just be like a kind of pin up, but influencer pre-influencers.
Pre-influencers, yeah.
Yeah, I just like wasn't buying magazines and newspapers back then.
But now.
I
love the Financial Times.
Financial Times on a Sunday.
The amount of times I see Alfie in the sauna with his massive Financial Times.
Speaking of, Third Space have been handing out Financial Times recently.
Shut up. I haven't been for weeks.
There is something about sitting in the steam room of the Third Space with a Financial Times in one hand and a shake in the other that makes you feel incredibly powerful.
If I see you doing that, I'll come in and I'll smack that shake out of your hands and I'll grab that newspaper and I'll rip it up and I'll be like, what the fuck are you doing?
Just checking on the markets. Checking on the markets. My £1,500 ISA, just making sure that it's moving in the right direction. There's definitely a curse on things like Love Island where winning, like X Factor. Yeah. Well, I've got a list of the runners-up of the X Factor.
Great.
And you've got like JLS.
Oh, yeah.
who were
They did really well.
way bigger than whoever
Little
wanted
Mix.
that year. I think Little Mix might have come third, actually.
Oh, really?
Ollie Murs,
Yeah, he did really well.
Rebecca Ferguson,
Yeah.
Fleur East.
Random. Forgot
What
about
happened
her.
to her? Very few of the winners have gone anywhere. Like Leona Lewis, there's a lot of like one-hit wonders.
Yes, I loved Leona Lewis at the time.
Alexandra Burke.
Yeah.
Yeah, Little Mix won it.
Did they?
James Arthur.
Yeah, he's done well. They've done well. James Arthur. Who am I thinking about?
You'll think of Sam Smith.
Oh, yeah.
But you might.
They look quite similar, don't
James
they?
Arthur, by
These
the way,
two.
is huge. He is a huge unit of a man. He goes to the third space. Well, I won't say which one. That feels like an invasion of privacy. But he goes to one of the third spaces.
Really?
With a PT. He's so much bigger than his PT.
Does he go to our third space?
No, he goes to the one nearer, like the other one I go to in South London.
No way.
I mean, he might go to multiple of them, but I've seen him in third space in South London.
Third space, guys, is a celebrity hotspot.
He's huge. If you bump into James Arthur, I'm a big guy. I'm 6'4", and I don't go on about it. James Arthur is like 6'6" and built like a truck.
Really?
Yeah, I was like scared to run into him.
What's he doing now?
Just eating people and running through walls. Oh, he's on tour. He's in Portsmouth on Sunday.
Oh, lovely.
At the Seaside Commons. So shout out James Arthur tour dates.
Do you know what? It's so interesting seeing people go on tour and struggling to sell tickets. I'm going to Pussycat Dolls in November, and apparently they're like discounting all the tickets at the O2. And you can't imagine being at the O2 and having to like struggle selling tickets.
Oh yeah, but I'm like Pussycat Dolls. Like, don't bite off more than you can chew.
Yeah, and
the O2.
The O2 is crazy.
The O2.
Even you couldn't do the O2.
Even I can't sell out the O2. What I find crazy is I'll then see someone like Olivia Dean, and it'll be like 8th night added at the O2, and I'm like, that is silly.
That's mental, isn't it?
That's a silly amount of people. Well, you're going to see the Pussycat Dolls later this year. Who are the Pussycat Dolls? Like, what
I
do I know?
Nicole and Ashley Roberts, but I don't know.
Nicole Scherzinger?
Yeah.
Oh my God, that's funny.
Yeah. So that should be fun. But yeah, crazy.
That will be really fun.
Crazy.
Well, not if it's half empty. How cheap are the tickets? I mean, there's a certain price at which point I get it.
They weren't even expensive anyway.
If it drops below £10, I get quite interested.
Yeah, you might as well.
I'm a value for money guy. But you don't like the Pussycat Dolls, does it? Not at these prices.
Matter. I'm going.
There's a great Sean McLaughlin bit where he talks about buying a horse for £40.
Oh, yeah.
Have you seen this? He's like,
No.
the cheapest horse you can get online is about 40 quid. And people go, yeah, but what? Like, you don't need a horse. And you go, yeah, that doesn't matter.
Quid.
It's 40 quid.
That's actually so true.
I get another one tomorrow if I wanted to. You know, you can get rid of it. It's just so good. But that's how I feel like whenever I see people going to something and they're like, yeah, the tickets were like £5. I'm like, oh.
Well, I'm going to go to that. But then sometimes, I think if it's £10 or under, you're less likely to go.
Yes.
It has to be feel like you've got a really good deal, but also it's like you're still going to go for that.
There's a term in economics called Veblen goods.
Is that what that means?
It's like basically the concept of there's a certain, most theory is the more expensive something is, the less of it you will buy.
Okay.
Okay. So if you make the handbag more expensive, fewer people can afford it and they're less interested in it. There are some goods where you sort of want it to be a certain price and then the demand goes up.
Yeah.
So for example,
I've heard this,
tattoos. If you offer me a £1 tattoo, I actually don't want it as much as I would like a £50 tattoo.
Yeah.
Seafood. I don't want £1 seafood.
Yeah.
What's happening here?
It has to feel like it's expensive enough.
Yeah. And then there's ostentatious like goods, which is like you buy them because everyone knows they're expensive.
Wow. I actually learnt more today than in my economics degree.
And we're going to leave it there, to be honest. We're just going to, because what I like to do with this podcast is I like to keep it prodding along and then I like to tank the retention. There's a real dip at the end of the episode.
And also, guys, a wasp has flown in and all I can think about is getting stung while Alfie's talking about fucking economics.
You might listen to this and go, oh, I could have a podcast, but there's a wasp in here and there's been a helicopter circling your house, by the way, for the last 45 minutes. And I'm like, I don't know if the teams at Spotify are having to put up with these kind of conditions.
I don't think they are.
I don't think Joe Rogan, my idol, is having to deal with a helicopter. There is a wasp.
It is a really big wasp. Do you know I once, like a couple of years ago, drank a margarita and a wasp was in my glass and I didn't know and it stung my lip. My lips were massive. Looks so good.
You must have been so happy.
I was buzzing.
I like the idea of you
just one side of my lip though, but I was like, this looks great.
You putting the margarita out and being like, no.
Hey, little guy.
Oh, it'd be such a shame if you
have a sip of this one.
Took a sip.
Yeah, doing a podcast on looks. How long have you been going for?
45. We're going to have to wrap up, actually.
Yeah.
Next week, we're going to talk all about Edinburgh Fringe. Both of our tickets are on sale and absolutely flying. Well, mine are anyway. I assume yours are.
I haven't seen.
Sure.
I have asked for a report.
That's code for struggling. But we're very excited to get up, and I think whilst we're in Edinburgh, we might try and get some big guests that would otherwise avoid us, but we'll be able to corner them.
We actually need to do that.
Corner them in bars.
People message in what guests you like.
Tell us who you want, because we're kind of easy with it.
Yeah, I would like to get Amanda Knox on the pod. That's a goal of mine.
I did make a lot of jokes about Amanda Knox when we talked about her show. Amanda Knox has got a show. Also, people have been asking for Fringe recommendations. We're going to do that next week.
Yeah.
We're going to have a little look at the lineup. There are 4,000 shows at the Edinburgh Fringe, so if you're going, it is quite overwhelming.
Yeah.
So book in to see us. Separate days, because we're at the same time, which is a shame. But we're going to find some recommendations. I'm going to specifically not recommend anyone that overlaps with my show.
Same here.
Even if they're good.
Same here.
I'm going to be sending people to 2 p.m. shows, 3 a.m. shows.
Nothing around, like they're a few hours around ours, so they're very energized.
An hour either side to get prepared. Also, if you're coming to my show, have a drink.
Please
have a drink. Because
have a drink before and have a drink when you're in there.
It's a tough show to do.
To do sober.
To listen to sober.
I mean, you heard some of the jokes in this podcast.
There's a lot of things in there that sober just don't land.
Yeah.
And that's on you. Is there anything else we wanted to say?
No, that's it from me.
Okay, we'll pick it up next week. That's all from us here at the Alf and Soph Show. Look after yourself. Stay cool in the heat.
We're not ending like that. Sorry.
Do you know how they always end Anchor when they go, you stay classy, San Diego?
Yeah.
I want to do it like I'm a radio DJ and it's midnight on Christmas Eve. And
yeah, fine. Do it. Go on.
If you're driving home to your family, I just want to let you know that everyone here at the Alf and Soph Show, we appreciate the support we've been getting over the last couple of years, and we love you more than you could ever know. So you get safe passage home now, and hug your kids. We'll see you next week. Thank you very much. One kiss is all it takes.
Right, that's it. Turn it off.
Bye.